Alright guys, and welcome back. Right, we are finally back on this trusty old Vauxhall Nova. So, what am I going to do with it? Well, first thing I want to do is get rid of this sunroof. Now you might be screaming at the screen right now saying, why would you want to do that? This is an original SR. It's stupid. Well, look at this. That's not an original SR engine, is it? The car's a bit of a patchwork quilt. I built this car for speed and for fun, and I don't really care what the purists think, if I'm honest. Sorry. So why do I want to remove the sunroof? Well, quite a few reasons. First reason, when I race this car, I wear a helmet. And because this is a cartridge sunroof, it actually sits lower than a normal roof would. Maybe 2 inches lower because the whole thing slides back. So I actually bang my head on it all the time. That's very annoying. The second reason for wanting to remove the sunroof is this. This needs a retrim. It looks horrendous. The headlining is also split everywhere. Looks horrendous. And it makes the rest of the interior look crap. It really brings the car down. Also, things like the grab handle. These go really, really brittle, from the sun. You can't really get them second-hand very easily. The ones that do pop up are quite dear. And from experience, they sometimes break trying to fit them. So I figured if I put a new headlining in, no sunroof, things like this, I don't need a grab handle. I don't use them. There isn't one on the driver's side anyway. So I can just make the whole thing just look a bit sleeker, cleaner, and newer. The third reason is it's actually broken. It does open and close, but it doesn't close properly. So I've never really trusted it. I do get a wet floor inside. It could be because of this. I'm not 100% sure. And the fourth reason for wanting to remove it is it's actually quite heavy. Now, I haven't ever removed this one before, but I have removed one out of an SRI, and it's the same sunroof. And I was shocked how heavy it was. I bet it's 20, 30 kilos, sat above your head at the highest point of the car. Not great. So A, it's going to make the car weigh a little bit less, and B, it will lower the centre of gravity. So it should, in theory, handle slightly better. In theory. So how am I going to remove it? Well, there's a few ways of doing it. I could look for a genuine, brand new old stock roof skin, pay lots and lots of money, get it delivered, it's likely to have a few dents in it, cut this one off, weld the new one on, sort all the dents out. It's an option. It's not really my style though. It's a bit too expensive. Second option, I did consider this quite a lot, because I've got a friend who's got a good shell I could use as a copy, but I could make a carbon fibre skin to go over the top. So essentially just unbolt this and then bond the skin on. It's not structural, so it doesn't matter. Well, obviously the roof is, but that little hole in there isn't going to make a difference. So I can just bond it on around the corners. Nice carbon fibre roof, very shiny, with a few extra race car points, all that bullshit. Oh, sorry, I don't normally swear on the channel. But yeah, decided no. Don't think I want to do that. I'd rather keep the car looking more original, even though I'm taking away some of the originality. A bit weird, but hey. So, yeah, the only other option, really, is to weld it up. Now, again, lots of people were going, oh, you can't do that. You'll warp it. You'll never get it straight. Well, I can, and I'm going to, and it's going to look great. So, subscribe to the channel, and you'll see me do it. And then the haters can comment below. And the people who appreciate it could also comment below, so that's great. So the first thing I need to do is remove things like the sun visors, rear view mirror, easy things. And this is the plastic that goes around the handle. And if you see that, see how corroded it is? That is just from sun damage and just old deteriorated plastic. Really not good, is it? The main pieces actually fell off years ago, so there's a big hole in the headlining. Good reason to get rid. I mean, just look at the way that's crumbling. Absolutely terrible. So I have managed to get most of the headlining out just by peeling back the windscreen rubbers, etc. and prizing it out slowly. I've ripped a couple of bits, but it doesn't matter. We're kind of there now. I just need to do the back bit, which shouldn't be too difficult. And then it's the case of unbolting lots of M8, or shall I say 8mm headed bolts, and letting the thing drop. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not taking any care with these because I'm not using them again. They're obviously already broken, and even the headlining scrap. There's loads of rips already in it, so it doesn't matter if I make a couple more. See what I mean by how brittle they are? Horrendous. Right, and now I'm going to remove the rear glass. So on these, you literally just put a bit of pressure on it. It's hardened glass, it doesn't break very easily, so don't worry too much. You slowly manipulate the rubber out. Just like that, and the window surround even comes out with it. Pretty easy, to be fair. Being a Mark 1 Nova, the headlining goes all the way down at the C-pillar, and the Mark 2 it ends here. You've got a nice plastic trim. So a Mark, well, shall we say Mark 1 is unfortunately a bit hard to do. One not so good headlining. Right, I'm going to undo the 8mm bolts holding this in now. Done this once before and it wasn't easy to do, if I'm honest. Bit sketchy, so wish me luck. And there we go, guys, a one sunroof cartridge. So those that was interested in the weight, actually weighs 15.5 kilos. That's pretty heavy to be above your head. So I'm glad it's gone. So this is exactly what we've got to deal with. Now, because this is a factory sunroof, it does actually have like a pressed line. So it's got some reinforcement in it. Pretty strong. If this was like an aftermarket sunroof, it'd just be cut out and just be very flexible. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. A couple of people suggested cutting all this out, but I feel because it's there, it will stop this bit from warping quite a lot. So I'm going to clean it back and I'm going to start measuring, cutting, and yeah, seeing where it takes us. So I'm going to use a flat disc and a grinder just to take the paint off, and then we can go from there. First off though, I just want to protect the seats a little bit, so I'm going to put a cover over them just to stop grinding sparks and stuff hitting them. And there we go, guys, cleaned up, ready for marking. Now, many years ago, I did actually cut a damaged roof off a Nova. Not the entire bit because it was damaged, but the front section. So, obviously, I know it's only got a gradual curve, but it does mean it's got the right profile. So, in theory, if I lay it on top of this, mark around the underside, cut it out, and make it fit, in theory. And there she is. As you can see, it has seen better days. It's got quite a few marks, etc, etc. There's a little dent there actually, but I think we can do something with it. I just need to clean all this off. We can go from there. Right guys, I've used some primer to go around the inside edge to act as a template, so when I take it off, after it's cured obviously, I can just trim around the edge. It should be the perfect fit. Right, because I need to let the paint dry now, I think it's a good place to wrap this video up. So next time you see this car, I'm going to be cutting that panel out and I'm going to be welding it to the Nova SR. So stay tuned for more guys. If you like this, please show your support by leaving a comment below, liking the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Stay tuned for more guys, bye bye.